Imagine boarding a flight across the ocean. You step onto the plane, look past the open cockpit door, and see absolutely no one. No captain, no first officer, just glowing screens. AI already diagnoses rare diseases, writes complex software, and navigates self-driving cars. In many industries, removing the human operator is a clear, active goal. This has led to a widespread assumption that modern commercial aircraft already possess the technology to fly themselves from gate to gate. While it is true that modern planes rely heavily on automation, there is a divide between executing a set of rigid instructions and the act of thinking. To understand the future of the cockpit, we have to look at what pilots actually do when things stop being routine. Traditional autopilot uses logic gates, taking inputs, altitude, speed, and heading, to maintain a flight path. Because it follows a fixed script, it cannot adapt. If weather changes unexpectedly, the system reaches a logical dead end and demands a human handoff. Modern AI is different. It is designed to learn and adapt. So, if the technology is moving toward true intelligence, why do we still require two humans in the cockpit? During a routine flight, a sophisticated AI system can be more precise than any human. It acts as a tireless monitor, processing thousands of mechanical data points across the airframe every second, without the risk of fatigue or distraction. By analyzing these streams of data, machine learning models can identify microscopic patterns of wear, predicting a component failure days before a human would notice a change in performance. It can also evaluate thousands of possible trajectories per minute to find the path that uses the least amount of fuel while avoiding clear air turbulence. Within a predictable environment, these systems represent a massive leap in aviation efficiency. But the sky is rarely perfectly predictable. Pilots earn their keep during edge cases, rare, chaotic scenarios like a sudden flock of birds destroying an engine at low altitude, or a total loss of electrical power. This highlights the training data problem. AI models are built on historical data. If a situation occurs that has never been recorded or categorized in that data before, the model has no baseline for a decision. It cannot reason its way through a scenario it hasn't seen 1,000 times in a simulation. A pilot can instantly synthesize their training with environmental cues and crew communication to build a solution that doesn't exist in a database. They can prioritize a safe outcome over a mathematically correct one. Flying is as much about moral and practical judgment as it is about physics. In a crisis, there is often no perfect answer, only a series of high-stakes trade-offs. Today, humans remain in the seat because current AI architectures struggle to replicate this ability to improvise when the world stops making sense. Even if the technology bridges the reasoning gap, the infrastructure isn't ready. A fully autonomous plane must be networked, creating a massive target for cyber attacks that could affect an entire fleet at once. There's also the question of responsibility. If an AI makes a mistake, who is accountable? The airline? The aircraft manufacturer? The software developer? These legal and ethical questions still have no simple answers. Finally, the industry must face the psychological barrier. Surveys consistently show that most travelers are not yet comfortable with the idea of a pilotless cabin, regardless of the safety statistics. Because of these legal and social realities, the era of the empty cockpit is likely still decades away. The industry is moving toward a middle ground. We will see the real-world proving ground for these systems in the cargo sector, where automated planes can fly freight across oceans without the complications of passenger safety and public trust. These cargo flights will generate the millions of hours of flight data needed to prove that AI can handle the complexities of the modern airspace. The likely future is a partnership. AI will handle the exhausting work of data processing and monitoring, allowing the human pilot to dedicate their full mental energy to high-level strategy and emergency management. The technology acts as a digital partner, filtering the noise so the captain can focus on the mission. This collaboration is designed to make the safest form of travel even more resilient. So, would you be willing to trust your next flight to a system like this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.